Mr. Giga Chikadze, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good, my man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. So I hear you just signed with the UFC and you're about to fight Mike Davis at UFC Denmark on the 28th. Is that true?
Yep. I just signed a contract a few days ago. My opponent is supposed to be Mike Davis, but looks like he was unhealthy and he was having some kind of problems in health, and they just switched the opponent with the same last name, just different name. Brandon Davis is going to be my opponent.
Okay, Brandon Davis. He is the guy that does the crazy marathon running, right? Like
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah, he runs and runs and runs and runs like hundreds and hundreds of miles.
Like forgot out, huh? Okay, now I know.
So, like, that's the book on him, is cardio for days. Like, I remember in his last fight, the commentary team was criticizing him for running so much, and they were like, if you're running that much, then you're not, that's time you're taking away from training. What do you think of that? Do you think there's anything to that?
I heard that Nate Diaz does similar stuff as well, right? Like the Diaz brothers, they always do some that kind of stuff, and it's working good for cardio, so... Actually, yeah, I don't know. Looks like it's been working for the Brandon good as well.
All right, so you signed a contract with the UFC. How many fights did you sign on for?
I signed 4 fights.
4 fights. Congratulations on that. That's huge. I know you've been steadily making the transition from kickboxing into MMA. Is it safe to say that you're no longer under contract with Glory?
No, it's been some time. I'm not under Glory's contract. Yeah, it's been more than a year. Yeah, I've been working hard for my transition to MMA. That was my dream since I moved in US to go in UFC, and I feel I'm ready like never.
Would you say that MMA, or at least the UFC, pays better than kickboxing?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But man, Glory's been super good for me as well, you know, like when I moved here, I signed right away with Glory, and they built me up, and they got my all the respect and appreciation forever. You know,
so you have an exceptionally strong kickboxing background, so naturally a lot of your opponents are going to want to take you down. How would you rate your grappling now? How do you think it's coming along? I saw you won a fight by armbar in like 15 seconds or something crazy like that recently.
Yeah, so you know, I had last year the Contender Series fights to get in UFC, and unfortunately it didn't go the way I wanted. I was winning the fight actually all the 14 minutes, but last round through submission I got choked up. But since then I've been working my ass off. In jiu-jitsu, in ground game, wrestling. I won 4 jiu-jitsu tournaments, became blue belt, and won worlds in blue belts in jiu-jitsu world league. And after that, I won 2 fights. One of them, as you mentioned, was with armbar. And I trained with like one of the best in jiu-jitsu all the time. They are one of my teammates are like great jiu-jitsu guys. Of course, you guys know Fabricio Verdun, Daniel Dariush, all those guys. And we travel sometime at Romulo Baraos, and I train there sometime as well. And it's been working very good for me, and I feel like I'm ready. You know, I'm blue belt, but I don't feel even like blue belt. I feel like I'm higher ranked.
So that means you're still at King's MMA, right?
Definitely.
All right, so Brandon Davis, have you even had time to watch footage on him or study him, or are you not even worried about that? You're just going to go out and be Giga Chikadze?
So my goal is, when I step in the cage, just to represent myself, to be myself. I'm not concentrated in my first UFC fight on my opponent, but of course it's very important to learn the guy. I just heard about him yesterday. They just switched yesterday, and on UFC Fight Pass there are some footage, and of course I watched all of them. And yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be an amazing fight. I'm looking for it, and recommend to everyone to watch the fight. It might be a fight of the night.
Now, will this be on the same card, the UFC Denmark card, or is it going to be somewhere else?
Denmark card, same card.
Well, short notice fight, that means short notice weight cut. What weight class will this take place in, and are you even concerned about making the weight at all?
So this fight is gonna be in 146, so 145 featherweight, and I was actually looking for the analyst contender series for the beginning in June, July, August. You know, I was just waiting their call, and that's why I kept my weight low. You know, so I'm good to go. My weight is coming down well, and that's it.
Do you have an official prediction of how it's going to go down? Maybe the Giga kick, is that going to showcase?
You know, I don't want to start with disrespecting of my opponents for the beginning, stepping in the biggest and highest level of MMA league. All I can say and predict, this is gonna be a fire fight. I watched the guy, and I like, it's like a fun fight, you know, like when you watch him fighting, always comes forward, you know, never goes back. Big heart, looks like good technique, good striking. And he's not afraid to stand with nobody, you know, and that's what I'm looking for as well. And if that's gonna happen, what I'm thinking, there's gonna be might be fight of the night, month of fight of the night, fight of the month, or it even can be fight of the year. So we'll see.
What are the chances that you're the one that takes the fight to the ground?
I've been working, as I told you, for a long time. I have a karate background as well. My karate style has takedowns as well, and a few seconds on the ground as well. So if I have a chance, absolutely, yeah. If I have a chance, because I need to prove that what was my mistake, I already fixed it, and on different levels today.
Well, do you have any sponsors or people that you'd like to give a special shout out to that are helping you get ready for this fight?
Yeah, so for this one, what's happening right now, I've been waiting for a long time. Not only me, all my fans, all my Georgian people who live back there and always supported me and believed in me. I want to thank, first of all, Sean Shelby, my team, manager, everyone I want to thank who's been supportive for this goal, what we just reached. Of course, I need to mention my sponsors. I have a sponsor, BetLive, Petrocast Energy, of course, Enquadrat, and all those people who ever sponsored me or supported me. I'm very thankful, because without them it would be very hard to be here, you know.
I always say it takes a village. Well, for the one or two people who are not already following you on social media, how can people follow you on your journey?
My social media, so I have a social media. I opened a charity fund called Knockout Cancer, and that's how I run my social media as well. Mostly I'm talking about Instagram. And on Facebook, where people can find me with just regular Giga Chikadze with my name and last name. And here we go.
Awesome. Well, Giga Chikadze, thank you so much for taking out the time. New opponent, Brandon Davis, for your UFC debut. You get to show the world who you are and what you're all about. September 28th, UFC Denmark. Have fun out there.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.